Hello, this is GGN3, and today I will be doing an anime profile on the Censored 11 animated shorts from Warner Brothers that were banned in 1968 for being shown to the public due to racial humor that was considered too politically incorrect to show for children. A fact about Warner Brothers cartoons that is not well known to most people in America is that they were originally aired for an adult audience, especially in the case of Warner Brothers cartoons. During the 1930s and 1940s, it was commonplace to see racial humor in some of the cartoons that were aired by Warner Brothers. Because racial discrimination was commonplace during these times, portraying racial minorities in a negative light was acceptable at the time for cartoons. The biggest targets of this racial humor were African Americans. The humor used to portray African Americans varied from parodies of popular stories to a homage to the jazz scene that spurred in popularity thanks to the Harlem Renaissance. A big figure in these set of cartoons was Bob Clampett. Bob Clampett had created two animated shorts that became famous due to their portrayal of the jazz scene that was influential through the Harlem Renaissance: Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs and Tin Pan Alley Cats. Coal Black was a musical parody of Disney's adaptation of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where the entire cast was black, and Tin Pan Alley Cats featured a cat on the night scene who was a caricature of jazz pianist Fats Weller, who was one of the era's most famous musical figures, and the cartoon short itself was created in memory of Weller, who had died in the same year that the cartoon was released in 1943. When racial equality came into place in the late 1960s, times changed with the humor that was presented through Warner Brothers cartoons. Warner Brothers cartoons began to be edited for television broadcast due to their increasing popularity with children. Questionable content such as smoking, intense violence, and racial jokes faced editing for broadcast. However, 11 cartoons made by Warner Brothers were deemed too politically incorrect to air on television due to the racist themes towards African Americans. Distributors at the time felt that these cartoons were too impossible to edit. In 1968, United Artists, the company that owned much of the Warner Brothers library at the time, banned the cartoons from ever being aired on television due to their questionable content. The cartoons that were included in this list that would later become known as the Censored 11 included Hitting the Trail to Hallelujah Land, Sunday Go to Meetin' Time, Clean Pastures, Uncle Tom's Bungalow, Jungle Jitters, The Isle of Pingo Pongo, All This and Rabbit Stew, Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs, Tin Pan Alley Cats, Angel Puss, and Goldilocks and the Jivin' Bears. Even when the entire Warner Brothers animated library was bought by Ted Turner in 1986, he refused to allow any of the cartoons within the Censored 11 to be aired on television or to be distributed onto video. A well-known example of Ted Turner's vow to make sure none of the Censored 11 were leaked to the public came in 2001 during Cartoon Network's annual 48-hour airing of June Bugs, a marathon which aired every Bugs Bunny cartoon that was ever made by Warner Brothers. During that year, the network claimed that they were going to air every Bugs Bunny cartoon that was ever made, including those that were considered questionable due to their racial content. However, the network faced pressure from Warner Brothers and Ted Turner to not air the cartoons due to the racial humor. So, as a result, 12 Bugs Bunny cartoons were banned from being aired in the marathon. One of those cartoons included All This and Rabbit Stew, which was the only Bugs Bunny cartoon to be included in the Censored 11. Animation enthusiasts are opposed to the banning of the Censored 11, seeing it as Warner Brothers' method of preventing the public from ever knowing that these cartoons were geared towards an adult audience and understanding the times in which there were racial discrimination amongst racial minorities, including African Americans. To protest the banning of the Censored 11, these enthusiasts have begun to bootleg the content in however way they can. The shorts have appeared in bootleg VHS and DVD videos. They've even been distributed on the internet via downloading programs like BitTorrent and video hosting sites like YouTube. However, Warner Brothers has taken measures to try preventing the Censored 11 from being shown to the public. In a well-known case that was featured in the New York Times in April 2008, Warner Brothers had pulled off several videos of animated shorts from the Censored 11 that were on YouTube due to copyright claims. However, several other videos featuring these shorts popped up in their place later in the day in which they were banned. However, to the dismay of Warner Brothers, 3 cartoons in the Censored 11 are now available in the public domain because Warner Brothers failed to renew the copyright claims that they had for those cartoons. The 3 animated shorts that are now in the public domain for anyone to use in their own way include All This and Rabbit Stew, Jungle Jitters, and Hitting the Trailer for Hallelujah Land. This is all I have to present to you on information concerning the Censored 11. If there's any other animated profiles you want me to cover on certain cartoons or popular figures within animation, then feel free to leave a comment within my video on YouTube. This is GGN3 signing off for animated profile on the Censored 11.